the one and only sexy mama, LaDonna Raeh.
LaDonna Raeh Show. Hey, it's your girl, LaDonna Raeh. Back on the scene, as you know, clean, fresh, and summery. I said I'm only wearing colorful shirts because of my colorful background and my colorful spirit. That's just a little bit too much color. But anyway, I'm your host, LaDonna Raeh, on the LaDonna Raeh Show. And as you know, we talk to those content creators from all across the world, actors, actresses, filmmakers, directors, PA folks, singers, writers, business owners. Yeah, I know, I've said this a million times, but I want you guys to get it just in case it's your first time tuning in on the LaDonna Raeh Show. So I want to start off with a conversation that I had with a friend of mine. And we were talking about how people spend a lot of time selling you their past as if they were the victim. Yep, I said it, the victim. Have you ever started dating someone and all they talk about is how their ex did them wrong? How they were just this innocent lad that was just taken advantage of, and that person just saw an opportunity to get over on them. Have you ever had that happen? Like, to the point where you get to know more about how bad their ex was versus how bad or how good they are? People, please stop it. I mean, if you come into a situation where you're talking to someone and all you seem to talk about is, she did this to me, and I used to hate it when I felt this way. Or a woman that says, yeah, he cheated, he lied, he. But here's the question. When you are dealing with someone and they're talking about had been with someone for, I don't know, 7 years, you mean to tell me that you were in that situation for 7 years and you just stood there and took it? Now I'm looking at you crazy. So, people, if you ever have this situation happen, why don't you redirect them and say, how about telling me more about you? Because I'm learning more about your ex than I am about you. Tell me how great you are and what you have to bring to the table. How about that? All right, let's move on to our very special guest. I want you to join me in welcoming, and I always say join me because I'm already fired up and ready to go. Thanks, Obama. And I want to say, if you join me in welcoming someone, then that makes it that much more enjoyable, right? We are welcoming from all the Queen's men. That's right, all the Queen's men. The very special actress, Miss Hard Hayes. There she is. Hi, Hard. Have a heart.
Hi, for real.
I am doing
Make
well.
an intro.
Did you like the intro? Because see, I wanted to do like my Shay Shay version of an intro, but we'd be here for 2 days.
Oh,
I'm telling you, we'd be here for 2 days. Like we'd be talking about everything that you've done, and it would just go on and on and on. But anyway, welcome to the LaDonna Raeh Show.
hi. Thanks for having me.
Man, I'm really excited. And so, what is it like? First of all, let's start off. I know that you and I had a short conversation just about being on All the Queen's Men, and there are specific challenges that can be faced on being on any television show. What challenges have you faced in bringing your character to life?
Oh, wow. So my character, I, without saying too much, because the season has not been released yet,
Mm.
and I'm a new character. Um, we're very different in ways that things that she does.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was, I guess you could say the challenge was finding that connection, that bridge. That's what I had to do most, is find that bridge to, you know, bring us together as far as, like, for me understand why she does certain things she does. Why does she feel these certain things that will make her react in certain ways?
Mm-hmm. And very well said, because how close to your character are you? Because I know that I take a look at scripts all the time, and sometimes I have to find myself within that script, that character. And people keep casting me,
Hmm.
but I'm in plays. I'm nothing. I'm not in All Queens Men, But people seem to say, "Oh, sister girl," and it's funny because years, and I mean about 20 years ago, I did not speak anything except proper English. And
Right.
somehow, I don't know where Sister Girl came into play with me, but I started relaxing my tongue more and being more urban, and it just came naturally. It's not like Britney Spears when she went overseas and she started talking like a Brit. No. But I'm
Yeah.
able to code switch. But how close is your character to you, your own self?
I would say we're nothing alike on the surface level, far as what the audience will see, things that she's interested in, that she does. So I had to, I'm like, okay, I will do nothing that she does. What about her internally can I connect with? And so that's what I leaned more to, is like, okay, more of an internal, like, is she shy? Like, okay, I could be a little shy. I
You?
used to be very shy.
You?
Oh my gosh, yes. The shyest ever. As a kid, I
Yeah.
was the shyest thing ever. So I'm like, okay, I could lean into that. I could lean into, you know, this, I could lean into, oh, I can't tell you too much.
Don't tell me too much.
But
I mean,
but
I hear you
more
though.
of the emotions, and trying to understand, like, the feelings, in knowing, like, okay, I know how I'm a human. I have these feelings. I've had feelings too. I may not express them the same way,
Hmm.
but I understand them. So that's kind of how I had to play with this character
Yeah.
to really connect with it. Yeah.
And
Hmm.
simultaneously, you're on Criminal Minds. So that
Yes.
is a balancing act. I don't know how you do it, girl, because I don't know, just between auditions and doing two shows at the same time, how do you balance being on Criminal Minds, which is on Netflix, by the way, guys, and All the Queen's Men? How do you balance that?
Well, actually, Criminal Minds is actually on Paramount Plus.
It's Paramount
It's
Plus.
season,
Did I say
yes,
Netflix? Paramount Plus,
season
guys.
17. Season 17. I'm in the premiere episode, and I didn't shoot both of them at the same time, but
Okay.
they were very close to each other. I did shoot Criminal Minds maybe a couple weeks right after,
Hmm.
um, and that's just life of being an entertainer. We just tap into. I don't know how to explain it exactly, because sometimes even we do auditions where we have like maybe 3 in 1 week that we gotta, come up with, and so it's just, that's why training is important.
Oh, and
Pretty much, yes.
speaking of training, did you have to do any special research or training for your character in Criminal Minds?
For Criminal Minds, no, not much research.
Yeah.
For All the Queen's Men, for that character, I definitely dug a lot deeper in that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to do your homework. Otherwise, you're going to go at it the wrong way. I like the character references and bios that are given with these scripts when you read them. Have you ever read a script or a character bio that you were just totally against playing?
Yeah, it comes up sometimes, and there's times where you're like, why is this being sent to me? I don't fit this role. Like, or like, I'm not in this age group, or and I had to learn, like, though, with that, with when it says like age and ethnicity,
Hmm.
don't hold that too close to your heart, because at the end of the day, they've seen your picture, they know what you look like, and they're still calling you in.
Hmm.
So I just throw that out the window when I
Yeah.
see something that doesn't match with that. um but yeah, there's definitely been roles or auditions that came in, and I'm just like, nah, I don't, no, I don't
Hmm.
know
Hmm.
about this one.
And how do you feel about ethnicity? Because I know a lot of times when we're out and about in the real world that there's so much heavy lifting when it comes to someone picking a race or an ethnicity.
Mhm.
But when it comes to film and television, not so much because they can be as specific as possible. Um, because they have to be that specific for that particular role. I mean, it's like it really moves the needle and says it's okay to talk about the R word, race. But
Hmm.
for me, I would look at myself and say, I would definitely fall into the category of being an African American, black, or an African role, right? Or Jamaican role, Caribbean
Hmm.
role. But someone else might
Hmm.
see me as Adele Zora. The lady that I can't even think of her whole name. I think it was Rachel Del Zora, who was an
Uh-huh.
AKA member. I think she made it all the way to the
Oh.
top, and she was actually she was white, okay? But
Uh-huh.
it's how they saw her and how they identified with her and what she identified with. And in this day and age, we're able to identify, with so many different things, especially gender. But what about
Yeah. Yeah.
race? What about race? What if you simply identify outside of what people see you as? What say you?
Oh my gosh, this is such an amazing topic because it's especially being I am a biracial woman. I'm black and Indian, black American and Indian, from India, not not Native American. People ask me red dot or feather. I'm like, well,
Oh
technically
boy.
both, but
Yeah.
um, so when it comes to race in this industry,
Hmm.
I've seen a lot change. Because I've been doing this my whole life, and when I was younger, it was really difficult, in a way because I constantly got, oh, well, she's not black enough. She doesn't look
Mm.
black, where do we place her? Or like I would get booked for Indian roles. And so there was that thing like what you mentioned earlier. I didn't sound like I was black. Like all these, just weird things coming from casting, coming from and it could be black casting
Hmm.
directors telling me these as well. And then it got to a point where they start putting like ethnically ambiguous. So I was like, okay, or they start saying mixed as well. So I'm like,
So they
okay,
say
finally somewhere.
that they say
Yeah.
mixed, and
In
that could be
in
mixed with anything,
description.
though, right? Or are
It
they
definitely
specific?
could.
Yeah.
It definitely could. I think casting and the industry started realizing like, okay, there's not just these three categories when it comes to race, or five categories. It's not that simple. We tend to blend sometimes. People blend up.
Yeah.
So they're like, we gotta say something that includes the people that aren't just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why they came up with that word. And one thing that I find very enjoyable about acting is that I could explore and learn by playing a different race, even if
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily what I am.
Yeah.
I get called in for Latina roles all the time. I get called in for Indian or mixed or black in or Caribbean. And that's what's so fun is because you get to learn about all these different cultures and you get to lean into it and kind of have a little bit of that life experience
Yeah.
through acting. What I've seen change now is, as they should, there are so many different races out there that should be portrayed by that person. If it's a script that describes, Middle Eastern woman, a Middle Eastern woman should play it. But then if there is someone that maybe not being fully Middle Eastern that actually is delivering this role the way that they see it, then it's like I don't think, why not cast that person then if they are the best at it, if she looks like it. So, but that's a very controversial topic to talk about now
It
because
shouldn't be.
everybody,
It really shouldn't
yes,
be.
but a lot
Acting
of
is
times, like,
acting. Acting
yeah,
is
but a lot of
freaking
people don't believe
acting.
that.
Yeah.
A
I
lot of people don't believe that. So it's very interesting. It's a very topic of discussion that I feel could just go on and on. Like there's so many layers to it,
So part 2 with you? part two?
Yeah.
You know, you kind of give me Liza Koshy vibes. Um,
Liza Koshy, yes, I love
yes,
her.
I love her. Now she's more animated because you said you were shy, but I think she's shy also. I think she hides behind her Jim Carreyness, as if you will. But I love Liza Koshy because I've seen how she has grown from being little brown
Mhm.
girl into acting roles herself, you know, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
really good with it. But she also has Indian, she's of Indian descent as well.
Mhm,
Now
mhm.
I hear what you're saying because that can be controversial, but I want this to be a safe space, but I also want to tell the truth, you know, and I think that Hollywood should really consider if you are for the role. It's almost like, I don't want to get political. Don't worry. People will vote for the candidate just because they're a Democrat. People will
Mhm,
vote for
mhm.
the candidate just because they're a Republican, but they're not looking at the person, like the candidate
Right,
themselves.
right.
So now in Hollywood, same thing. I'm looking at your ethnicity, how you identify, because you can go in there and say, I am full bred Indian. Who are they to
Mhm.
question that? Like, okay, we're gonna have to take some blood samples. Nobody's doing that. I can say I'm Caucasian. I literally put that on my, I don't care what you say, America. I put that on my census. I am not trying to be white, but I want to see what happens. Here's the thing. It is what you identify as. I can identify as whatever else everywhere else. Why can't I identify as something else whenever I feel like it? If the role says I got to be Caucasian and I apply to the role, yes, me. Have I done something wrong? No, I haven't. Okay, I'm not going to beat that because that horse is dead.
You're hilarious.
I'm just saying, you know. So I want to know more about you. Like, okay,
Okay.
we know you as a character on Criminal Minds. We know you as a not character in the role on Criminal Minds and
Mhm.
all the Queen's Men. But what is it like hanging out with you? Like if I were to come to LA
Yeah.
and I say, girl, I need to go and get some boba tea. I love boba tea, by the way. Um,
Really.
yes, yes. What would our afternoon be like? You know, what would the vibe be like? The energy. Explain that.
Oh my gosh, if you were visiting LA, especially now that it's so hot, we would definitely have to hit up the beach. I love taking people to Venice Beach because it's just, I love to people watch. So there's so many characters there, and you're by
She
the
said
water, and
characters.
yeah, and I'm telling you, and um, so we would probably go to Venice Beach, could grab a bike, or if you like to roller skate on the boardwalk. I like Taco Tuesdays is my thing. I love me some tacos. I'm a true LA girl. And
Fish tacos,
so
because I didn't learn about fish tacos until I came to LA. And that,
really,
yes, that was back in like,
really,
that was in 1999. I was like, fish
because you're in
tacos.
Chicago,
I
right?
am. I'm
You're
in
in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Chicago, but I've never seen any good real Mexican food in Chicago. I don't know where to go for that.
Girl, when you come to Chicago, I'm gonna take you to the real spots. I'm gonna take you to, because we are known for our food. Okay, we have
Yes,
really good
there you
food.
guys have great food.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. The food is great there. I love it. But yeah, we'll definitely just be outside.
Yeah.
And when I say outside, I'm not saying in the club. If we do go to a club, it'll probably be salsa dancing somewhere.
Oh.
I love to go salsa dancing. Yeah.
I need to learn that. I told my partner, I was like, I want to learn salsa dancing. And he was like, yeah, let's do that. So it's still on our
Yeah,
list.
it's
Yeah.
fun. You guys should definitely do it. It's a lot of fun. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Yes, so that's what I like to do on my free time.
All right. Well, I think I got to come real soon because that sounds like fun. So fun in the sun with you, and when it comes to like your circle of friends, you know, we always say we
Mhm.
have a BFF. Do you have one BFF or more?
Ooh, I it's you know that's so funny because growing up, I have a BFF that I say is my BFF. Growing up, and my grandmother, my nana, was like, "You don't have a BFF. There's no such thing." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And as I got older, not that me and her are not friends anymore, not at all, but I understood what my grandmother meant, because when you put that much of a title that big on somebody, you have these big expectations, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you may get disappointed and you're like, but that's my BFF, why would they do that to me or this and that? Because we're all human, we're not perfect. So I learned, like, okay, saying BFF is not I like to say I have friends that are like close to me,
So maybe a
and
BFT. A BFT?
BF
Best friend today. I'm just kidding. Okay.
best friend today. Oh my gosh, I have like friends from all kinds of backgrounds, from all different groups, and I have like my girlfriends and cousin that I grew up with, who I still love, but I don't get to talk and see them every day because they live a whole different life now. They have family and husbands and all this stuff and kids. So, you know, you may say, oh, we're not as close anymore, but we still are. We still love each other. We just don't hang out like
Hmm.
we used
You
to.
can pick up the phone and call them and pick up like yesterday. Am I correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We
Hmm.
still have that relationship. And then I have other girlfriends now that I consider my close girlfriends. Girlfriends is a trip, man.
I know. It's a job. It's like you got to be able to manage that ish, okay? Cuz I'm
I
like,
mean,
do you let your
I
friends meet each other?
yeah. I like to well, there's a group, I guess we all kind of know each other because we would dance together. Um and birthdays are a little hard because I have friends from all different places. It's like, how, okay, I gotta do something with this group, that group, or whatever, or that person. But you know what I just recently learned, like, friendships shouldn't be hard. And I really learned that if a friendship is just always difficult and just always just hard, and then maybe it's not a friendship for you.
Mm.
It's
Wow.
the same as like a relationship. I
Yeah.
I had to recently learn this, like, and with a friend, and I'm like, I am in a toxic relationship. I
Yeah.
would not deal with this with a man, so why am I keep dealing with this with you? So
I appreciate your honesty and your openness because that is so true. I think sometimes we feel like, well, we've got all these years. And I'll never forget
hmm
in Love Jones
hmm
when I think it was Nia Long said in her line, but all we have are all those years. I'll never
uh-huh.
forget that because I was like, we've been friends for 30 years. We've been friends for 20 years. And it's like, but have we? Have we truly been
Right.
friends for 30 years? And if it takes so much to keep that going, then maybe it's time to say that, it was good for that season. And
Yeah,
and and now
that's
it's
what
time to
it's
move
meant to
on.
be. Yeah, and sometimes it's said all the time. Some people are here for a season.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Fortunately.
want to bring you down. Okay, let me bring it back
Oh,
up.
I'm good. No, I'm not. I'm good, girl.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I want everyone to know what's coming up for you, future aspirations. You've got some exciting roles under your belt. What's next for you? Like, are there any upcoming projects that you can share with us? What do you want to see on your IMDb?
Yeah, so I'm just excited to see after all the Queen's Men come out, because I did go BET Awards, and I went to the fan expo, and it was just exciting to meet other actors from the BET shows and some fans. They don't know me because nobody
Not
knows
yet.
that.
Not yet.
But seeing like just how excited and dedicated they are with the cast members and the stars of the show, so that was very exciting. So I'm looking forward to the release and for everyone to watch the show. um I filmed a movie before All the Queen's Men, and I haven't gotten a release date for that yet. I'm hoping this year, though. It should come out this year. It's a great movie about the music industry and a young boy band coming up in the music industry. I actually act and choreographed the film. Um,
Oh, that's what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about. Well,
So
congratulations on that. Congratulations on. See, I asked you, what do you want on your IMDb? You think you
yeah,
can work
so
with me? Cause I got some moves that probably need,
I'll
developing or something.
I'll help you out, girl. Don't
Yeah, I don't
worry.
know. I think
I
it's a
got you.
lost cause. I really do. I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Julian Wright. He's also an actor, and he was at the BET Awards just last week. And I'm very excited to, have these connections with people that have or share their experiences because from a perspective of watching the BET Awards and seeing all of the
Mhm.
lights and the camera and the red carpet and now seeing it on social media, that's one thing. But knowing
Yeah.
the behind the scenes, like you said, you were there and you were so excited. Did you get to speak on the red carpet?
Oh, we did a red carpet that was specifically for the actors on the network, so it
Okay.
was a
Yes.
different one. Yes, yeah,
Yes.
but I did do some red
How was
carpet.
that?
Yes.
How was that? Your first time for that particular project? Tell us.
Oh my gosh. It was so fun. I love, some of the pictures I seen, and then I did some pictures on the carpet with other actors from the Oval and different shows on BT. The best part was just how welcoming and supportive all the actors from the network is. That was my biggest and best takeaway from the night. I been getting ready for it. It was great because I had somebody come and do my hair, and my mom came over, and it just felt like I was going off to prom again.
My goodness. I plan do you ever feel and you can say it here because we're going to form it this way. Do you ever feel starstruck? Like do you feel like, "Oh my god, that's you know what I mean?" Even cuz you're in
Uh-huh.
the industry, but do you ever feel that way whenever you meet someone or you're in the same room with them or even on the same carpet with them and not only that, in the same picture with them? You ever feel that way?
Oh man. It's interesting because I don't get starstruck in a way that I think people think. Like I don't like start screaming and crying and
Right,
all
right,
those
right, of
things.
course.
And I grew up in LA, so a lot of actors and singers and artists live here, so it's normal to see a celebrity at the gas station or the grocery store or Starbucks, whatever. So I really don't know what that feels like to be a real fan. Like I'm a fan, but like I'm I don't act like a fan, I guess.
Not all fans are created equal. Not all fans
Yeah.
are created equal. There's two people that I would be starstruck, and I'm working on it. Okay, I
Uh-huh.
the way you're saying, I would probably not be able to contain myself, but I'm working on it because I do plan on meeting them. You want to know their names?
Yes, yes, and I'll share mine too.
All right. So female, Angela Bassett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Male, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Oh,
Always
okay.
and forever. Like when he first came out, I was like, wow, and it was those are the two people
Great.
that I would probably not know what to say. Other than that, I know what to
Yeah,
say because
yeah,
working in the industry, like you said, and you meet a lot of people. It's like, okay, they're just people. They are people that
yeah.
most people know because I'm here in Chicago. I'm running into Kanye. I've run into Common, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
many more, Shaka Khan. But you see them and you've worked with just that much more of the industry, but there are your favorites. Now, who are yours? Who are yours? I'm excited.
Cool. I think the one person that I will probably be like just stuck cheesing would be Janet Jackson. I've always and forever will be a Janet fan. She's like the one artist I've been to the most concerts to. I used to tell people my name was Janet Jackson when I was 2 years old. Like, I love Janet Jackson.
Janet, are you listening?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I would definitely probably be a little stuck if I met Janet Jackson for sure.
Awesome. And you
That's
got
my
your
main
mail.
one.
What about your guy? You got to come up with a
Oh,
guy
my
one.
mail.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The mail. Maybe. Ooh, that's hard. Maybe I don't know. Because like the men, like it depends. Because if they're cute and around the same age, like I gotta be cool and
Right. Yeah.
be cute too.
Yeah.
Um, maybe Denzel Washington, because I feel like meeting him, he's gonna give you that energy that's gonna just make you like, oh my gosh, I have to listen. I have to like, what are you thinking? Like, type energy.
You get a notebook.
So, yeah.
You just start
Yeah,
writing.
like,
You just start writing.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna just be stuck and trying to retain, or just like, oh my gosh, because he's definitely just a genius. He's amazing. So
Well, so are you, Heart. See, you are amazing as well. And I know you always hear have a heart. And it's so ironic that you're in all the Queen's Men because there's the Queen of Hearts. I had a bunch of heart jokes, but I'm not
my
going to tell them.
necklace is that.
It
You
is?
can't tell, but it's a card. It's a Queen of Hearts. One of my friends got me for my birthday.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
March 31st.
March 31st. Come on with it. Well, I just want to thank you for being on the LaDonna Raeh Show. And you are amazing. You're talking about you would just be stuck. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will be just stuck when they meet you. Your fan interaction is amazing, ablazing. And I know it's going to stay there. You're not going to get the big head. You're going to always be chill. I can feel it. And girl, I'm going to look you up when I come to LA, which is soon. But
Yes.
we're going to get together. And I want you to tell everyone where to find you so that they can follow your success and be a continued support system for you and your career, Miss Heart Hayes.
Oh my gosh, yes, the best way you can follow me on Instagram, and it's at the Heart Haze.
The Heart Hayes. You guys heard it. The Heart Hayes. It is. All right. Well, I'm going to let you get on to your next interview. I'm sure you got a busy day. You're wearing my favorite color green, girl. That is like,
Oh, yay.
I've got so many outfits that color. It's just ridiculous because someone told me I was cute in that green, so it just went crazy. But
it looks good on our skin.
It does, right? Man.
Yes.
And what is that? Is that an eyelid? You didn't see that, Heart? You didn't tell me.
No, I can't. I'm also a little late, so excuse me for not catching it.
No problem. No problem. All right, Heart. Thank you so much. You have my number. Lock me in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and I'll hit you up when I'm in Chicago next time.
Please do. Please do.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, dear. Mwah.
Okay.
We love
Have a
you.
good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye for now. We just had an amazing talk with Miss Heart Hayes. She's an actress on All the Queen's Men. Make sure you tune in when it's on your, well, it's on all streaming platforms. You just got to get with it, okay? Watch this. We are talking to content creators from all over the world. Make sure you tune in and subscribe. Go to YouTube and look for LaDonna Raeh Show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let's get that number up, okay? Some of you have been just gazing through and not hitting the subscribe button. It's free. I want to show the people that we have on here that you guys are watching, okay? I want to play the violins and beg you, but I'm going to skip that part for today. All right? Make sure you do that and share, comment, and subscribe. I'm LaDonna Raeh, your host for today, and thank you for watching the LaDonna Raeh Show. Bye-bye for now. Peace.